For Pegasus News, I'm Ann Meyer, and this is a baby Mexican plum tree. One of the great things about springtime is seeing all the beautiful blossoms on the fruit trees. This is the best time of year to plant fruit trees as opposed to the big old shade trees, which want to be planted in the fall usually. And I chose this particular tree for several reasons. I want to take you through a journey on how to choose a tree and then very quickly how to plant one and let you get to it. Mexican plum has beautiful flowers in the springtime. It has fruit in the summer, colors in the fall, and a lovely shape in the winter. It's also a larval host plant for a particular kind of butterfly, and to make sure it's good for the whole general environment, it's not only native to Mexico, it's native to this part of Texas as well. So it just has a sort of blends in perfectly. A beautiful tree and very sturdy. Now, to choose this tree, I determined several things. One, I wanted to make sure to think of the height and breadth of the tree when it's at full grown. So this will be about 25 feet tall and about 25 feet wide, more or less. I looked at lots of pictures on the internet to make sure that I was getting the right idea for the plant, and it's a good idea. This will shade this part of the garden, but leave plenty of sunlight for my sun-needing flowers over there. Now, when you plant a tree, be careful not to get it too close to the house because those roots, the tree really wants its roots. It needs those roots to anchor it to the soil. And if you plant it real close to the house, it will push those roots under the house and pull up that foundation no matter what. So it's going to do what it has to do. This one is a good 10 feet from the house, and that's plenty of room. One other thing, be aware that the roots will extend out past the drip line. The drip line is the sort of the canopy of the tree where the edge of rainwater that is collected will drip. So this is the drips. The roots will extend out a little bit further than that, depending, of course, upon the whole diameter of the tree. And so those are some things to keep in mind as you choose a tree. Now that we've gone through that, I'm going to show you a little bit more about planting. First, let's get down here. You want to make sure that you've chosen a plant that is very healthy, not too old, not too big. Those plants in the real big tubs, the roots are not in perspective to the tree. The tree is going to need a lot of time to make up for the roots that it's lost. Get a small tree and it will grow quickly. It will get used to the soil very quickly and give you good rewards in a fast amount of time. The other thing is, when you're looking, and I'm sure the camera can't pick this up, but I'm going to sort of angle over here, and I hope this works. You want to measure the depth of the root ball before you plant and be sure that you scrape off not only the top mulch, but the top amount of soil so that you get to that sort of flare that comes down at the bottom of the tree trunk. And it happens that this came from a very reputable grower, from a reputable nursery, and this was planted beautifully. So I won't have any more than a little dusting to have to scrape off. Now, before I plant, I've determined where it's going to go, and I actually just moved it. I've scraped off all of the mulch in the general vicinity. I do not want to get mulch into my planting, into the dirt around here, the soil around it. I do not want to put in gravel or compost or extra rocks or anything else. Just the dirt. Nothing else. So, I've scraped that off. Now, I'm going to end up digging twice as wide as this is, so I've actually measured from here out to there in a circumference, and I'm going to dig exactly as deep, no deeper, than this root ball. We've also got two sets, and I'm not sure if the camera can see this, we've got two sets of plastic here for saving that soil that I dig out. The top half that I dig is going to go onto one pile. The bottom half of soil that we dig out is going to go into the other pile. That's to make sure that the different types of soil that are going to be replaced at the correct level. Soil very deep has certain properties, and the topsoil has other properties. The tree roots need to have those correct properties around them. Then we'll start digging and we'll come back in just a second.